Hola, ¿qué onda? Ah, fíjate que yo justamente ahorita voy a dar una clase de inglés que me han pedido cubrir. Te llamo luego. Va, va. Ujú. Hello, everybody.
Good evening.
Hello, teacher.
How are you? Roxana.
Hi.
I'm just kidding. Don't worry.
No.
Herman, Ronald.
Hello, teacher.
Hello,
How are you?
teacher.
I'm good. Robert Berrios.
Hello, teacher.
How are you?
Fine, thank you. And you?
Excellent.
Good.
I'm fine. I'm just apparently having problems with my camera. It tells me I cannot use it. What? What? Do you see me?
For a moment, suddenly appeared the I don't know sure that is the profile picture.
What? It says I cannot use my camera.
Yo soy un lapicero. Que llevé los lapiceros. Yo me acuerdo que los dejé allí. Are you having fun? Oh.
Hector, David, how are you guys?
Hello. I'm sorry I'm late.
Maria Jose, how are you?
Hello, fine, and you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good.
So we as you can see, I have a little problem with my camera. It says I cannot use it. So I am going to just continue like this. Are you okay with that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you guys. So, how are you, everybody?
Fine.
I'm
Fine,
good.
teacher.
Fine. What about Ronald? What's up, Ronald?
Fine.
Fine.
A good
How-
day.
Yeah. Did you work today?
Yes,
Okay.
I am working from the house.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. What about Karina? Did you work today?
Yes. Yes, I worked.
Oh, okay.
And I arrived at home already.
Oh, you're home already. Is there
Yes.
anybody still at work? Anybody at work? No? Everybody home?
No, I'm at work right now.
Oh, okay, Robert.
Robert.
Thank you for joining us. What about you, Bridget? Are you at home?
Yes, today I'm at home and it's great. It's better than yesterday.
Excellent. Okay. All right, guys. Yesterday, what did we talk about yesterday?
We talk about would rather and would prefer and prefer.
Okay, would rather, would prefer, and prefer. Okay, what do you remember about that?
To show
We use
general
would
preference.
rather. When we use would rather, with the after that sentence, I don't know how to say auxiliary. Maybe we need to use a verb in infinitive form.
All right.
I don't know if that's
Yeah,
correct.
that works. So the review for today will be just a small review, and everybody can see my screen.
No,
No.
yet, teacher.
No,
Hey, ¿por qué, hombre?
we see a profile picture.
You see my
Now
Yes.
we can see
my
it.
profile
Yeah,
picture.
right now.
Yes.
You see it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So it's just gonna be one more review, and we are going to have any questions or anything. Please, 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 please make notes.
Pónganme.
Do you have pen and paper?
Yes.
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 Okay. So write down your questions, and at the end of the video, we talk about them. Okay?
El ventilador.
Okay.
It's good to see you again. Today I'd like to talk about the differences in
Can you hear
using prefer, would prefer, and would rather. But before I start, make sure that you hit the like button and that you subscribe to my channel. Prefer, would rather. We use these expressions to talk about general and specific preferences. To express specific preference, we use would prefer and would rather. I'd rather ride my bike than go by bus to work. I'd prefer to ride my bike rather than go by bus to work. They both have the same meaning. The difference is that would rather is followed by the infinitive form of a verb, and would prefer is followed by to plus infinitive or a noun. I'd rather go for a walk than sit here. I'd prefer to go for a walk rather than sit here. I'd prefer a walk. I'd rather eat pasta for dinner. I'd prefer to eat pasta for dinner. I'd prefer pasta for dinner. I'd rather play my computer game than talk to you. I'd prefer to play my computer game rather than talk to you. I'd prefer my computer game. We'd rather stay at the hotel tonight. We'd prefer to stay at the hotel tonight. We'd prefer the hotel. He'd rather have a dog than a cat. He'd prefer to have a dog rather than a cat. He'd prefer a dog. Let's move on to general preference. We express it by using prefer. I prefer watching horror films to watching romantic comedies. I prefer horror films to romantic comedies. I prefer horror films. Prefer is followed by the ing form of a verb or a noun. We prefer watching TV to reading books. We prefer TV to books. We prefer TV. You prefer drinking tea to drinking coffee. You prefer tea to coffee. You prefer tea. I prefer using my own pen. I prefer my own pen. I prefer having dogs to having cats. I prefer dogs to cats. I prefer dogs. She prefers playing basketball to playing volleyball. She prefers basketball to volleyball. She prefers basketball. All right, let's do the exercises.
Thank you.
Okay, so here is one important relation. We're looking at three different things: would prefer, would rather, and prefer, right?
Yeah.
So when you use prefer,
It's general.
it's general, and you can use nouns or you can use
ing.
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 Excellent. And in both cases, it's general. Can you see the arrow moving?
Yes.
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 Okay, both cases are general. Prefer, when you use prefer, you use nouns. I prefer Coca-Cola to Pepsi. Or you use I prefer drinking Coca-Cola to drinking Pepsi.
Teacher,
Prefer, yes.
excuse me, I have a question. In that case, why is considered a general thing? Because Coca-Cola or Pepsi, for me, is an specific thing because you don't say I prefer juice than soda, for example.
You're right. Definitely it's a matter of how you formulate your sentences. Oh, wait. If you say I she prefers dogs to cats, that's more general, right? If you say I prefer juice than soda is general. But you're totally right when you say soda to Coca-Cola to Pepsi, then you're using would rather is the best to use
Yeah.
because it's a specific. That's
Yes,
a good catch. This is Maria Jose.
yes, teacher.
Okay, Maria Jose, very good catch.
Thank you.
The example should be I prefer juice to soda.
Soda.
More specific, I would rather drink Coca-Cola than Pepsi. Does that make sense?
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
Okay, so we go from the too general and now to the specific. Would rather,
About it.
would rather. Okay, would rather not talk about it. Would rather go to the cinema. What was the other form that we use with would rather?
Much rather.
Excellent. The other form was would much rather. That is to be a lot more specific on my preference. Remember?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I would rather I would rather go to the cinema than the park, but I would much rather stay home watching TV. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You show preference between two things, but then there is a third one that is a lot more preferred. I'm trying to turn on my camera, but it doesn't work. Sorry for that. Okay, so 3 possible.
That's it for today. I hope this video was helpful. If you enjoyed watching it,
The commercials. So there are 3 possibilities: would rather, would prefer, and prefer. What are we going to do on our exam? We're going to resolve little exercises using prefer, and would rather. Okay? So, I received your homeworks yesterday. Anybody still missing to send it? No? Anybody?
No.
All right. So this is resolved. Any questions about that? Well, don't worry about it. There might be doubts and we need practice with this, but we will have that practice. Okay? Questions about the video, about the homework yesterday?
No, teacher.
The
Okay,
moment, I don't know question.
no questions. Okay. So here's the homework. I want to take a look at that and see what happened, how we resolved it, just to have a small idea. Here we go. Would rather or would prefer? He would like to go to Canada, whereas his wife
Prefers. Would rather.
would rather or
Would
would
rather.
prefer?
Would prefer. Uh,
Would rather.
Would rather.
Would rather.
Would rather.
Okay,
Would
why do you
rather.
think is would rather?
It's a specific.
Yes.
Because it's a specific. Would,
Yes.
yeah, more
But
specific.
in this case, teacher,
Yes?
I think we should add before the verb go, we should add to. Is that okay?
Would rather too.
Uh-huh.
No. No, when you use
Would
would rather,
rather too, no.
That's right. Excellent. You only add to when you say prefer.
Prefer.
yeah.
After prefer, you use to. So if you use using here, that was the hint. Esa era la pista.
okay.
He'd like to go to Canada, whereas his wife would rather go.
Would rather to go.
Would rather go to Mexico. Okay. Her husband
Would rather.
Would rather.
would
Prefers.
rather.
Would rather.
Mm-hmm. Would rather.
Her husband would rather rent a house, right? Instead of a hotel. But Mrs. Martin
Prefer to stay.
Prefer to
Would
say.
prefer to stay.
only 2 options. Look, would rather or would prefer.
Would prefer.
Would prefer.
Oh,
Prefer.
What's the key? What's the key?
Two.
The auxiliary to.
To. The
Mhm.
conjunction to.
For the
Conjunction.
infinitive form.
Exactly, the infinitive form. Mrs. Martin would prefer to stay in a hotel. But of course, in the hotel, they fix your bed and they tidy everything and they bring you food. If you rent a house, you have to do everything, right?
Yes.
It's not a good deal. Okay. Number 4, my sister would like to have fun on Bondi Beach, but I would
Prefer.
Prefer to.
Could prefer.
I would prefer to go on a cruise. My wife would like to rent a house in New York, but I
Would
Would
Would rather.
Would rather.
rather camping.
Would
would
rather.
I would much rather camp in the desert. Are you getting it, guys and girls?
Yeah.
yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Excellent. Number 6 says, my wife would like to visit a museum, but I would
Prefer to go.
Prefer to.
prefer to go to Ayers Rock. Number 7, let's see if Sylvia can help me read number 7.
Just to read the result.
Yes.
I will. I would rather become a scuba driver.
Excellent. Applause for Sylvia. I would rather become. Very good. Edwin, help me read number 8.
Number 8 is I would rather not to become a computer programmer.
What do we use when we have to?
Prefer.
Prefer.
Okay. Read it again, Edwin.
I would prefer not to become a computer programmer.
You see how it sounds different? I would prefer not to become a computer programmer. Very well. Let's see. David, number 9.
I would rather buy this cake because I prefer the taste.
Fantastic. You see, after prefer, what do we have?
Now?
A noun. Fantastic. Thank you. So I would rather buy this cake because I prefer the taste. Nice. Number 10. El más alegre, Martin.
I would rather not rent a house in the outback.
Fantastic. I would rather not rent. If it says to, then it's I would prefer not to. But since it doesn't have it, I would rather not rent a house in the outback. Applause for everybody. Nombre, this first homework is as sure, secure, and guaranteed 10, right?
Piece of cake.
Yeah, it's okay. So, very nice. Thank you. I already have the results. With this resolution, you already have an idea how much you get, right? Okie dokie. Let's continue. Here, these are some words that are only a few words that we have been studying in these days. Do you remember these words?
Yes.
Are you sure? So we're gonna have 5 minutes to look for the definition Go online and find the meaning of these terms
Okay.
for talking about product life cycle. Go ahead and find as many as you can. Don't go in order. Try to find as many as you can in the next 5 minutes. 3, 2, 1, action. Can you see me now?
Not.
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
Yes, I can see.
Good. Okay, so what I did was to turn on the camera on my phone. Karina.
Hi.
One more minute. Hey, Jonathan, how are you?
Hi, teacher.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Excellent.
I'm fine.
Okay, okay. Lo agarré comiendo pupusas.
No, teacher. I am here.
Okay, okay, okay. Sylvia, why are you upset? Why are you upset? You look angry looking at the computer.
No, I'm reading.
Ready?
No, not yet.
No yet.
Do you have at least 3?
Yes.
Okay, so 3 is enough. All right, so let's see here. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. All right. Let's go and check. Anybody found feature?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Tell me who said yes. Feature. David, you said yes?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me, what is feature?
Is characteristic.
Excellent. Feature is a characteristic of a product. You remember the iPod?
Yeah.
Okay, so the iPod, what was one feature of the iPod?
Is smaller than the competition.
Excellent. One of the features was that it was smaller than Walkman.
Yeah.
Walkman was the most popular media player before the 2000s.
In the
And then
90s, yeah.
in the 90s, right? So one of the features of the iPod was that it was smaller, okay? Excellent. Thank you so much, David. Withdraw. What is that, Karina?
Sorry. Withdraw is when you remove some products from distribution and for a problem or something like that.
Excellent. Can you help me with an example using the word withdraw?
Um, for example, when a company removes a product, when the example of biggest, I don't know.
Excellent.
Yes.
After they were audited from the health institution, their best option was to excellent. Withdraw the product. Excellent.
Yeah.
That's how you use it. After the health audit or the health findings, their best option or their decision was to
Withdraw the product.
withdraw the product. Excellent. That's how you use that word. Thank you so much, Karina. Let's see. I think we're gonna go with Jonathan.
Okay.
Okay, Jonathan, which one do you have at hand?
Sorry, teacher.
Which of the words can you tell us?
Uh,
Jonathan.
discontinue.
Discontinue. Okay, tell me about it.
Stop making a particular product. The
Okay.
company stopped the production or stops sold or sell this product.
The sale of the product. Okay.
The sale of the product.
Tell me, Jonathan, what do you think the difference between discontinue and withdraw is? If anybody else wants to help.
Withdraw, you remove the product.
Okay.
Remove or take away the place or the position.
Okay.
And discontinue, you stop the product, the production.
And you
Not
stop the
discontinue,
production.
not discontinue yet.
Okay. For example, let's say iPod. The iPod, by the time they discontinue the product, they still had millions of iPods on the stores being sold. They discontinued the iPod, and then 2 years later, people would still look for iPods. So the product was never withdrawn. It was discontinued. Do you see the difference?
Yes.
Withdraw is like biggest. You have a lot of hamburgers, ya están hechas, meat, bread, everything, but you retire that from the market and you throw it away. Throw it away. Okay? All right, Angela, help me with demand.
I don't have this word, teacher. Just I have the five words that mean appeal, growth, differentiation. I don't know how do you pronounce the
This
third word?
is differentiate.
Differentiate and
Differentiate.
discontinue. Yeah, and withdraw. Just have
Okay.
these 5 words.
Okay. Tell me appeal.
I found a meaning and it was make a serious or urgent request. I think is when you want to attract your customer to buy your product, right?
Excellent. Appeal, it's like an urgent request, but also appeal is to attract. Okay? To attract. So that's why we say some products are appealing, very attractive. Okay? Okay. Let me see. Vamos a agarrar aquí un voluntario que no me esté viendo. Dele pues, Jorge. Okay, Jorge,
Okay.
George, tell me, which one did you find?
Grow.
Okay, tell me about that.
Grow is, well, I have an example. When you start to make a product, and when the product you start to sell the product, and the sale increase, that is growth, because
Excellent.
your company is in growth.
Excellent. Very well done. Georgina, what is buyout?
Buy out is buy.
Okay.
Let me check.
Do you
For
have any other
example,
word?
it's buy out any place.
Hmm. Like what? Like I want to
You
hear
need
an example if you have one.
you need to buy out a new part for your new car, for example.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. Anybody else wants to help?
Buyout, teacher, if I know wrong, is when a company acquire another company or the control from another company.
Excellent. When a company acquires a competitor, not just any company, when they acquire a competitor. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay.
Buyout is, for example, imagine that Burger King would have acquired biggest in all of their customers. That's buying out. Okay. All right, last one. So we can move on to the next topic. Tell me the definition of demand. Let's see, Robert Berrios.
Demand an insistent and peremptory request made as if by right.
Okay. What about in the product life cycle? What is the demand? What do you think?
For example, in the actuality, we need some face mask, and in pass of time, the demand increase.
Excellent, excellent. That's a great example. The demand is how much people want to use or buy a product. So in these difficult times, the demand has increased on face mask, right? Alcohol, hand sanitizers, etc. So very nice, excellent research activity. You guys are doing really, really good. Not only researching, but expressing your ideas. I give you guys, all of you, a very big like. Okay? So, what is next now? Questions with these definitions? Any questions, Roxana? I see you're talking, but I can't hear you.
I don't have any question.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. What about Herman? Any questions, my friend?
No, teacher, it's everything clearly.
All right. You're very quiet today, Herman.
Yes, I do, teacher. I am relaxing in my house because this is my day off.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Thank you for coming to the class on your day off.
Okay, teacher.
Okay. Here is a little question. Do you know that some things can be counted and some things cannot be counted? From this list, can you tell me which ones can be counted and which ones cannot be counted?
Yes. Money
Right.
cannot be counted.
Okay. Let's see. First, Georgina, can you count trees?
Sorry?
Trees is countable or non-countable?
Countable.
Countable. So we say, how many trees do you have in your house, Jorgito?
I only have one tree.
One tree. Okay. Very nice.
Of mango.
Oh, mango tree. Good.
Yeah.
Ahí nos trae el del next class, okay?
No,
Oh.
it doesn't have.
Oh, it doesn't have any? Okay.
No.
Hector.
It doesn't bring us.
Oh, Hector, light.
Yes. Light is not countable.
Not countable.
Yeah.
So let me see. Everybody can see Edwin's camera. Can you see Edwin? Everybody see Edwin. Watch Edwin. What do you say? Does he have, what do you think? How much light does he have? We cannot say how many light. We say how much because it cannot be counted. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
How much light does Jorge have? He is in the darks. No, I'm just using you as an example, Jorge, don't worry, okay? Very good, thank you, Hector. What about houses? Let's see, Ronald, can we count houses?
Yes.
Excellent. How many houses are in your neighborhood?
I'm not sure, but in recent, how do you say census?
Census, survey.
In a recent server, was were 56 houses.
Oh, very nice. 56 houses. We can count. Okay, this one is tricky. Let's see. Martin, what do you think? Can we count? Is money countable or non-countable?
It's not countable.
Okay. Martin says is not countable. Who agrees with that?
I'm agree.
Okay.
I'm
2, 3.
I agree.
Angela, 4. Everybody else, you think, you say it can be counted. Karina, 2.
It's depend.
It's not countable. Non-countable.
If you use the word money, it's not countable.
It's not countable.
Excellent.
The word money is not countable because you say how much money do you have?
Excellent. So money, the expression money is not countable.
Yeah.
That is a great interpretation. So what can you count then? When you talk about money, what is it that you count?
Coins.
The denomination of
When
the
you
bills.
talk about a specific quantity.
Excellent. You know how you call that? It's called currency.
Currency.
The currency in El Salvador is what? Dollars. Excellent. The currency in Europe is what?
Euro.
Euros.
Euro.
Euros. Euros.
Euro.
The currency in Panama is what?
Dollar.
Balboa.
Balboa, that's right.
Balboa.
El Balboa vale lo mismo que el dólar. They have the same value. So what is it that you count? You count currency. You count dollars, you count pesos, you count colones, you count balboas, but you cannot count money. How many money is incorrect?
Not much.
Como los niños chiquitos que dicen, ¿cuántos pistos tengo? So it's incorrect like that. You have to say how much money, or would be a little weird, but you can say how many bills, how many coins, how many dollars, but how much money is what we usually use. All right, next. Quiero ver quién me debe, quién me debe. Ah, Herman, of course, my friend. Herman, can we count water?
No, teacher, water is non-count.
All right, water is non-countable. So how do we count water?
Bottle.
Okay, excellent. We can count bottles. We can count, what else?
Liters.
Liters. Excellent. We can count gallons. But you cannot count water. Cantaradas, bailadas, piladas, barriladas.
Oh, teacher,
Yes.
in this case, how may I ask a question when we want to talk about water?
Okay, since water cannot be counted, what do we use, guys?
How much?
How
How
much?
much?
How much? You
If
say,
non-countable, we use much.
excellent. If it's non-countable, we use much. So,
And it's countable?
and if it's countable, then you say how many?
Many.
How many?
Mhm. So for example, you say, Maria Jose, go check how much water is there on the
In the pool.
in the pool. Thank you. No hallaba como decir pila.
Okay.
How much water is there in the pool? Okay, you cannot say 25 waters, right? You can't say that, so what you have to use is how much. Now,
5
next,
guacaladas.
excuse me?
5 guacaladas.
5 guacaladas. Enough para bañarse? Yes, okay.
Barriles.
Ajá.
Barriles.
Cuando ya saben quiénes se lavan el pelo en 2 barriladas. All right, so t-shirts. Can we count t-shirts?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Can we count teachers?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, we can.
okay. Okay, here's another one. Can we count furniture?
No.
No.
Okay, so, and what is furniture in any case?
Muebles, teacher.
The sofa,
Excellent.
Tables.
The sofa, the desk, the table, the pantry, the kitchen, the beds.
the shirt.
Furniture is all of the items that help you have a more comfortable life at home. Okay, so you can say how much furniture do you have? That is fine. You cannot say how many furniture do you have? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Teacher,
Yes.
but what is a possible answer if someone asks you or asks me how much furniture do you have?
Excellent. That is a great question because the answer is on my next slide. Everybody looking at my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
The answer is here. Oh, no, wait. This conversation comes after. Here is the answer.
Color.
Yes.
So, for non-countable nouns, Maria Jose, how much furniture do you have?
Lara, a little, some.
You?
Maria Jose,
Yes. Yes, teacher.
how much furniture do you have?
I have a few. I have a lot of. Or I have.
Wait.
No.
Can we count or can we not count furniture?
Sorry. I have a lot of furniture.
Excellent. That's a complete answer. Well done, Maria Jose.
Thank you.
Do you see my arrow?
Yes.
Yes.
I have a lot of furniture. This is very interesting. Can we not count time?
The time.
Time, can we count time?
It's not the word time is not countable. Maybe we can count period of time, like years, hours, months.
Silvia anda with everything.
Yes.
Exactly. Time, the word time cannot be counted, but we can count minutes, hours, we can count years, weeks. So you can say, how many hours does that take you? For example, how many hours do you study English every week? Do the math. How many hours?
7.5.
7 hours and a half. Excellent. How many hours? Very specific. How much time do you dedicate to English every week? A lot of time. A little time.
A little time.
Okay.
Sometime.
I dedicate some time in the morning, some time on Saturdays. I dedicate, look at this. I dedicate plenty of time to English. Plenty is what?
Like full?
Is enough time. Plenty is enough. I dedicate plenty of time. What about, you see here, down here we have examples. Effort, luck, time, furniture, water, light. All of those are non-countable nouns, which means that they cannot be counted. So we use these expressions to talk about them. Do you need some time to write down?
Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, I need what? A lot, a little?
Sometime.
A little time.
A little time.
A little time. How many minutes?
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
5 minutes.
5 minutes. Excellent. You go ahead and write it down. 5 minutes. I will drink some water. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Don't say many water. Oh, sorry. Ready? Excellent. So right now, what we have to do is practice. So we are going to practice with a small game. Do you want to play a game with me?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Here we go. A small, nice little game. By the way, this link is already in Schoology, okay? On week 1, you have the link of this game in case you want to practice later, okay?
Okay.
Can you do me a favor, everybody? Mute your microphone. I hear a noise there that is making me a little nervous. Ay, hombre, este Jonathan, hombre. I'm just kidding,
Sorry, teacher.
Jonathan. You're my friend. You're my friend. You know I'm just kidding. Okay, you ready to play?
Yes.
People ready? If you're ready, show me a like. Like. Martin, Herman, everybody. Ronald, you came back. That's a nice little plantita you have there.
It's of my wife.
If you're is your wife's, is that what you call it? Orchid.
Yeah, she
Okay,
loves the orchid.
excellent. All right, everybody ready? Let's go ahead and play. Can you hear the sound?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
okay,
Yes.
okay. So I will ask somebody randomly and I will manage everything from here, okay?
Okay.
All right. Voy a usar primero a los que no tienen cámara. The people with no camera goes first.
Oh, great.
Y empiezan a aparecer. You guys are awesome. Let me see those faces. No, hombre, acostados estaban ya. No. What's that? Don't do that to me. Robert, wake up. Ah. Okay, guys. So here we go. Nosotros somos del equipo del dragoncito. We are in the dragon team. And this little parrot here wants to eat our meal, okay? So here we go.
Choose the correct answer.
The news on TV, countable, non-countable, are always, is always.
Letter A.
Always.
Are always.
Are always
Are always
bad.
bad.
Hey,
Hey,
We didn't answer on time, okay? But the correct answer was news on TV are always bad.
Yeah, plural.
Okay. Ready for the next one?
Yes.
Okay. Hoy sí. The next one is going to be answered by... Como estamos en época de COVID, you shouldn't be touching your face. Okay. Okay, Sylvia. Okay, here you go. Sylvia, it says,
Choose the correct answer.
where can I get... Huh? Continue.
Where can I get some information about the concert?
A or B?
A.
A.
No.
Yay! So you say, where can I get some information? Not informations, right? Information is countable or non-countable?
Uncountable.
Information is non-countable. You cannot count information. Regáleme dos informaciones. No, you go and ask for information only, right? Very good, Sylvia. Ya va rescatando la nota del ciclo. Let's see, David. All right, David. I see your like. So here we go.
Choose the correct answer.
can I give you some advice?
Letter?
Letter A.
Letter A. Can I give you some advice? Correct. Applause, applause, applause. Shoo, pájaro, shoo. So very good. Advice is non-countable. Are you writing down those words? Advice.
Yes.
Advice is non-countable. All right. Now we go with... Okay, Ronald, your turn.
Okay.
Here we go.
Choose the correct answer.
Letter B.
Letter B. Boil these spaghettis for 8 minutes. Ooh. Spaghetti, even though you can count, you know, piece by piece, spaghetti is considered non-countable. That's right. Okay. So I know that one was difficult. Okay. I see everybody's faces saying, híjole, qué bueno que no me preguntó a mí. Okay. Next, Karina.
Okay.
Okay. Next is...
Choose the correct answer.
Letter E.
Letter?
A. Letter A.
Hey, can I
breath?
have...
A breath.
It's incorrect.
Okay.
Bread is non-countable.
Some breath.
Some bread. In
Okay.
English, en español decimos regálame un pan.
Okay.
Páseme otro pan, tío. But in English, you say, some bread or a piece of bread.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, teacher.
These are a little more difficult. Look at the bird smiling here. Okay, next. Angela.
Tell me.
Good.
Choose the correct answer.
New. I think it's letter. Wait. Letter B.
Buscando la copia. Letter B. Yay! Good job. Furniture.
Thank you.
Furniture is
Uncountable.
non-countable.
Countable.
Excellent. I'm glad you remember, Bridget.
Thank you.
Okay. Here we go. Next, we are going to ask Jonathan. Jonathan.
Okay, teacher, I'm ready.
Choose the correct answer.
Letter E. Letter A. Letter
A.
A.
Woohoo! Weather. Weather is non-countable. So you don't say a weather. You say weather. Better weather. Excellent weather. Okay. Good job, Jonathan. Hey, que no le aplauden, dice. Hey, some applause for Jonathan. Okay. Ya casi llegamos a la estrella. We almost make it to the star. You see here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So the one in charge to get us there is going to be Roxana.
Yes.
Excellent. You ready?
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
Choose the correct answer.
Letter A. I must find a new accommodation before my landlord throws me out.
Okay, accommodation.
Accommodation.
Accommodation is non-countable. And it's a way of saying I need to find a place to live. Right? I'm renting this house. My landlord is throwing me out. So I have to find some new accommodation. Or just new accommodation is non-countable.
All right.
All right. Okay. Háganos el favor ahí
I'm
de llevarnos a...
sorry.
It's okay, Roxana. It's just a game, but we're learning. And I am just joking, you know. And we're going to have, let's see, the participation of Edwin.
Okay, teacher.
Okay, Edwin, here you go. This is your chance.
Choose two correct answers.
Two correct answers.
Milk, letter B, and letter D.
Milk and?
Butter. Milk and butter.
Water, letter D.
Milk and butter. All right. So, so milk and butter are countable or uncountable?
Uncountable.
Excellent. You cannot count milk. You can count liters of milk, cartons of milk, gallons of milk. You understand?
Yes.
Thank you,
Yes.
Edwin. Maria Jose, your turn.
Choose two correct answers.
I have two bowls of rice and water.
Letter?
B and D.
BND.
No. Uncountable.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh no, we lost.
Better luck next time.
Okay, so I will have rice and some water.
Some water.
Some rice, some water.
Water. Yeah.
Okay, some rice, some water.
Water.
All righty then. Everybody please go to Schoology. Week 1. And I want you to access Videos Semana 1. Did you like the bird game? The dragon game?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I liked it.
Thank you. We have more games coming up. So, Videos Semana 1, open the link and please go ahead and watch the video called Quantifiers. I can go ahead and play it for you right here. So everybody just identify where the video is. Make sure you know where it is. But I prefer that you pay attention to my screen so we can all watch it at the same time, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Did you hear me? Everybody understand that?
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent.
sir.
Everybody
Yes,
show me
teacher,
a
yes.
show me a like, show me a like. Like, como le dan a las fotos de su crush. Disimuladamente. Good job. All right. Here we go.
In this video, we will look at noun countability and how this impacts on other aspects of grammar in the sentence. One thing we need to know about nouns in English is whether we can count them or not. Some nouns are countable, some uncountable, and some nouns can be both.
Did you hear that?
Yes.
Some are countable, some are uncountable, and some can be both.
People.
Like the people.
So let's start with what you know. Countable nouns refer to things that can be counted, such as books, or chairs, or people. And they have both singular and plural forms. For countable nouns, we can answer the question, how many, with a number. How many courses are you taking this semester? I'm taking 4 courses. Most nouns in English are countable. Uncountable nouns often refer to abstract concepts, such as love, wealth, music, and hunger. Uncountable nouns also refer to things that are made up of parts too numerous or small to count. Academic examples of uncountable nouns include knowledge, information, and evidence. Everyday examples are water, rice, coffee, air, oil, and music. Uncountable nouns do not have a plural form. For example, we say information, but not informations. Uncountable nouns thus take the singular form of the verb. Different quantifiers are used with countable and uncountable nouns. For countable nouns, you can use no, none, few, a few, some, many, most, a lot of, all. For uncountable nouns, you can use no, none, not much, little, a little, some, a lot of, all. Notice the difference. Few is used with countable, but little is used for uncountables. For example, we conducted a few experiments, but there is little experimentation in this area. There are many other quantifiers in English that you can use, so be sure to check a good grammar book. Countability is also important for determining which article, a, an, or the, can be used with a noun. For example, you generally would not use the articles a or an with an uncountable noun. Review the section on articles for more information about article usage and countability. One last thing to be aware of. Some nouns can be both countable or uncountable, depending on their use. Examples include chocolate, paper, light, work, and hair. Countability often depends on the context. For example, hair, referring to all the hair on your head, is uncountable. However, hair, referring to a single strand of hair, is countable. If you're uncertain of the countability of a particular noun, check in the dictionary. It might have C or UNC to show this. Knowing the countability of a noun is important for subject-verb agreement, and also to know the quantifiers and articles that the noun can be used with. Review the exercises below, as well as the exercises on subject-verb agreement and articles.
Woohoo! Okay, guys, tell me what you think. What did you learn from the video?
My opinion.
About the difference between uncountable and countable.
Okay, excellent, Ronald. Can you give
My
me one
opinion.
example?
For example, water is uncountable.
Excellent. Okay. Who else? What did you learn?
Teacher, they use A, N, and D. For example, you can say A rain because it's unaccountable. But it's correct. Say A apple, for example.
Excellent. Excellent. You see, it works different in Spanish. In Spanish, you say una gran lluvia. In English, that's incorrect. You can't say a rain. You have to say the rain was heavy. A lot of rain. Okay. And what did you learn, George?
I learned the correct form to use the information. For example, I heard some persons that say information, and the correct form is some information.
Some information.
And the other that is the, for example, I want to drink a coffee, and the correct form is a lot of coffee.
I want to drink a lot of coffee, or just I want to drink coffee.
Yes.
If you say I want to drink a coffee, it's incorrect. Nice catch, Georgina. All right. Last question, Jorgito, hombre. Ayúdenos.
Okay. I learned about something are countable and can be uncountable. But it depends the context that you can use.
Excellent.
You have to use.
For example, there is one hair in my soup. Right? You can count. It's one hair in the soup. But if I say, oh, look, Georgina has a lot of hair
in her head.
in her head. So it's actually uncountable hair versus one hair in the soup.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, guys, this is the introduction to countable and uncountable nouns. Tomorrow and the following days, we'll be talking a little more about examples and how to use this. I truly hope the class was interesting and useful for you, and I wish you a good night. See you tomorrow.
See you
Thank you,
See you.
teacher.
See you
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
See you.
See you
Bye-bye.
tomorrow.
Good night, guys.
Teacher.
Good night.
Bye.
See
Bye.
you tomorrow, guys.
Bye,
Bye.
teacher. Bye,
See you
guys.
tomorrow,
Bye-bye.
everybody.